टोरंटो च एक न्यूज़ कॉन्फ्रेंस च कई ਵਪਾਰਕ ਤੇ ਸੰਸਥਾਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੈਂਬਰਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ, ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ 1 ਅਪ੍ਰੈਲ ਤੱਕ ਬਾਕੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਯਾਤਰਾ ਪਾਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਟਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਅਪੀਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆਸਾਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ। ਟੋਰੰਟੋ ਰੀਜਨ ਬੋਰਡ ਆਮ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਦੇ ਮੈਂਬਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਦੀਆਂ ਪਾਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਲਦ ਤੋਂ ਜਲਦ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੀ ਹੈ।
In 2019, business travel in Canada contributed over $40 billion annually towards our Canadian economy. It supported over 600,000 jobs. And as most of you know, this growth came to a startling halt in 2020 when the pandemic hit here in Canada in ways that many of us could never have imagined. We followed the government's advice, put our entire industry into a dormant state. We understood that we were making the sacrifice to protect our families, our neighbors, and our communities. But despite the devastating impacts on the sector in Toronto, in our country, and beyond, we knew we were doing what was right and what was needed at the time. The industry found creative tools to ensure the safety of travelers while also upholding Canada's reputation as a business travel destination. The entire travel ecosystem and companies alike made sure that we took the necessary steps to be ready when reopening came along. It's time to remove the pre-departure test for fully vaccinated travelers. Business needs certainty, and business travelers need a clear and unburdened path forward. Business can and should be viable in our country, and business travel is a critical tool to help us get there. The time to act is now.
The impact of the pandemic on business travel is nothing short of catastrophic, and the current travel restrictions are limiting our ability to bounce back. We saw some progress with the removal of the pre-departure PCR test requirement. The switch to antigen testing has not had an impact on business travel bookings. In 2022, there is no scientific reason that justifies travel being singled out as the only activity requiring testing. The COVID-19 pandemic and resulting economic crisis have made for an incredibly challenging business environment. Toronto is an international hub and world-class destination for big conferences, meetings, and events. Big conferences and events fuel the local economy and support the tourism in the city. Toronto is currently being overlooked for international events and conferences by organizers because of the indecisiveness around what could happen in the city, and future events are being planned elsewhere. As for example, in the last 2 years, more than 400 big conferences and events have been cancelled in Toronto.